Am I the a-hole for refusing to forgive my dad or even speak to him after he left my mom for a 21-year-old? I, 17, live with my mom, 46, my little brother, 13, and for lack of a better word, my dad, 50. To be totally honest, I don't even feel comfortable calling him that anymore. Our home life has been a quiet war zone for years. Tense conversations, fake smiles, pretending everything is okay when it's very obviously not. But last week, it finally blew up. Something inside me just snapped, and I'm not sure I want to come back from it. Let me give you some background. Growing up, I never had that "dad is my hero" experience. While my friends had fathers who taught them how to ride bikes, showed up to school plays, or even just helped with homework, mine was more like a grumpy roommate. He was there physically most of the time, but emotionally, mentally, he was checked out. Unless something was about him. Then suddenly he was loud, dramatic, the main character. He works part-time as a pizza delivery driver. And while there's absolutely no shame in that job, what gets me is that he only works part-time. My mom is the one who keeps us afloat. She works full-time in healthcare, does nearly all the cooking, cleaning, bill paying, emotional labor, everything. And she's still the one asking me if I've eaten or how my math test went. Meanwhile, my dad mostly watches TV, smokes outside, and complains about how life cheated him. I can't count the number of times he's blamed everyone but himself for the fact that he's not where he wants to be in life. So when he dropped the news last Wednesday, I can't say I was shocked, but I was gutted. We were all sitting in the living room. It wasn't even a serious conversation setting. No build-up. He just blurted it out like he was talking about the weather. He told us he'd asked my mom for a divorce because he wasn't in love with her anymore and that he had developed feelings for someone else. That someone? His 21-year-old coworker, Rebecca. She had just turned 21. I'm 17. Let that sink in. He left out a lot of details, but the ones we did get were enough to make me feel sick to my stomach. He told us she makes him feel alive again. That this is what love is supposed to be. I couldn't even look at my mom. She looked frozen. My little brother was crying, confused, asking if dad was moving out. My mom just sat there, staring at the wall. The next morning, after a night of shouting, crying, and him packing his things, he walked out of our lives. Literally. He took my mom's car, which he doesn't even legally own, and left with $18 in his bank account. That was it. He didn't even say goodbye to me or my brother. Just left. We didn't hear from him for a full 24 hours. Then, like clockwork, he came crawling back. Said he had a wake-up moment while sleeping in a parking lot. Claimed he had been in some kind of mental fog, that he wasn't himself, that the whole thing was a mistake. He cried. Begged for forgiveness. Said he didn't know what he was thinking, that he'd lost his mind. And here's the twist. My mom believes him. Or at least part of her does. In 2021, he contracted a very severe case of West Nile virus. It messed him up. Bad. He was in the hospital for weeks and came out different. His personality changed. He became more forgetful, more impulsive, more emotionally erratic. A neurologist once said there could be long-term effects, and I think that stuck in my mom's head. She now believes this whole trance he was in could be a side effect of his illness. And because she's one of the kindest people I've ever met, she's trying to forgive him. She's letting him stay. Meanwhile, I feel like I'm losing my mind. He's walking around the house again. Sleeping in the same room he once walked out of without a word. Sitting at the table like nothing happened.
Trying to talk to me.
Hey, sport. How is school? Wanna watch a movie? I don't answer. I can't. Every time I look at him, I see my mom's face when he told her he didn't love her anymore. I see my little brother crying, asking if dad was leaving forever. I see the ghost of a man who's failed us over and over again. This isn't just about Rebecca. This is about years of emotional neglect, broken promises, selfishness disguised as sadness. This is about being a kid and realizing your parent doesn't show up, not because they can't, but because they won't. He didn't have a moment of clarity. He had a moment of consequence. Rebecca didn't want him. Maybe she sobered up to reality and blocked his number. Or maybe he realized he has no money, no job stability, no life without my mom holding everything together. And now he's crawling back, not out of love, but out of survival. My mom keeps reminding me, he's sick. People make mistakes. You have to try to be the bigger person. But why is it always us who have to be the bigger person? Why do the people who hurt others get a pass just because they're broken? I've been completely ignoring him. And yes, I feel guilty sometimes. I know it hurts him. But the truth is, I don't trust him. I don't respect him. I don't even know if I like him anymore. And I think I'm allowed to say that. I still have one more year at home before I leave for college, and my plan is just to focus on school, work, and staying away from him as much as I can. I've already started looking into summer jobs just to get out of the house more. So, am I the a-hole for refusing to forgive my dad or even speak to him after he left my mom for a 21-year-old and only came back when his new dream life fell apart? Or is this just me finally standing up for myself after being disappointed for too long?